Hello, my treasures. It's time to fly like a bird with a Freebird Shaman. Now, for this deck, I made 3 possible variants, but for this video, only 2 really matter. Those 2 are going to be the Overload variant and the 40 card version, which is basically a combination of the other 2 variants, which felt like the best of both worlds. So, let's get into the general idea of the deck. The idea is going to be using Freebird in combination with Cold Storage to get additional copies, while also using Jam Session in combination with Jazz Base in order to discount Criminal lineup, thus allowing us to OTK our opponent with a bunch of free birds. Now for the Mulligan guide, the first card you're going to be looking for is Freebird, since you don't have a consistent way to get to this because it is a 40 card variant. Other cards to look out for are Schooling and Lightning Storm as early game removal tool. Then you're also going to be looking for early game draw cards such as Ancestral Knowledge. Jazz Base is also incredibly good to keep in your starting hand, as this will allow you to get the discounts rolling early on. Now with that all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, hey, it's Mage. Let's see what they have in store for us. You know, part of me wants to keep the Freebird and one of the Jazz Base. Yeah, we might as well. I think this is going to be a slower matchup, so we won't mind that too much. Oh, Schooling actually helps us out so much. Let's just see Schooling on turn 1. Probably not going to do anything besides Hero Power 2, because we're going to want to use Jazz Base before we use Ancestral Knowledge. They are 40 cards. That is kind of curious out of Mage. I'm assuming they're going to be more of a hybrid Mage deck between Control and Burn. That's the only way I can see them wanting to run something like that. So I am curious of what they're going to go for here, mainly because we haven't really given them too much knowledge. They know we're 40 cards, which may or may not be the best idea, but I haven't done a Renathal deck in a while, and I kind of wanted to. That's the other reason why I ended up settling on the 40 card version. It also scratches the urge of basically 3 Shaman decks in one, aka Evolve Shaman, Overload Shaman, and Freebird, which didn't really need to be one of the decks, but you know, I've been wanting to use this card for so long. Just let me have it, okay? Okay, there's Dispensal Bot, 2 random mechs. That's actually kind of curious. In a normal Mage deck, I would assume that is probably the worst possible option out of the 3. Maybe they just didn't have a good turn 3 play. We're going to use Ancestral Knowledge. Of course, we're going to get additional draw. Sure, we're only going to heal up for 1, but I'd rather just do this now. Weeper. Let's see what we can get here. Let's go for Jam Session. That's going to be really fun later on. The other thing we need to remember is Jam Session will actually buff up the... Ooh, that's actually curious. We're probably going to save that for now. But yes, Jam Session can actually buff up the Jazz Base, which is actually really nice for us in most cases. Oh no. That is... Ooh. That is not something I like to see there. Okay, I guess we use Jam Session here on our last little fishy and then get rid of that. I did not like doing that. Oh man. Also, we probably should have saved Renathal just in case they have objection. That's the one nice thing Renathal is good for, is objection doesn't affect us if we have it in hand. They get rid of that. Okay, so we school teacher going for scroll. We can't get any draw power off of this, which sucks, but going for another Jam Session. Hey, Burning Fizzle is actually pretty good for us. They're a school teacher of their own. I guess we're just out here teaching them a bunch of things. Let's go for knowledge. It's more draw power. Lightning Storm number 2. Ooh, Primordial Wave. We can go face and then use Wave, I guess. Anything cool? Oh, ooh. Plague Spreader. I do not like seeing Plague Spreader. It is one of my worst nightmares. I know it won't matter too much, but oh no, I do not. Nope. We need to get rid of that Plague Spitter as quickly as possible. Man, how many sessions are we going to have in this game? Because boy, oh boy, we have 3 in hand. Geyser's funny. Let's get rid of that. Go for one of the Sunken Scrolls. And the funny thing is, we can get even more sessions through the Sunken Scroll, since there's only, I think, like 3 fire spells in rotation here. Because there's Jam Session, of course, there's Scalding Geyser, and then there is Ragnaros? Or Jive Insect, I guess. I feel like I'm forgetting one, but I don't think there are anymore. It is going to be a sad day once the next set comes out and they're just going to print a bunch of them. But you never know, right? I think actually Warrior's probably going to be the class that gets a bunch of additional fire support. I would almost want to bet Odin is going to be Warrior's keeper. So we know that is probably objection. Hey, jam session number, what, 5? That might have been a mistake to use that there, but 5 sentence. Thank you. You don't know how much that puts the worries off of me. Oh man. Beaming Sidekick. Flow Rida. This could get us into criminal lineup. That's the main thing we're looking for. Now, the problem we're going to have is that is objection. Let's just slam this down. Please don't be objection. It isn't. That's interesting. That is actually really, really interesting. Okay, look. We don't have enough mana technically for exactly what I want to do. We can use one of the jam sessions. The idea next turn is just Freebird. Or Freebird, freeze. And then we get 2 in hand. And then all we're missing is criminal lineup. Oh, we have such a huge discount on whatever we do attack. What? Okay, look. I did not plan for a 3rd freeze, but I'll take a 3rd freeze. Man, our hand is looking a bit chilly in here. Freeze this out. I was actually thinking about maybe saving one of those, but I think this is fine. Astalor. Oh, that is not fun for us. How do we want to do this? We have a few possibilities. We could use the Packed House. If we use that, we really are relying on getting a taunt. Flowrider. And we aren't overloaded, which is a problem with that. Let's buff this up. Slam this down. Come on. There's our lineup. Oh, we got it. All right. Can they do enough damage here? Okay, so we have 9 times 4, 36. Ain't lethal this turn, but we should have it next turn. Because we have 39 right here. Now, this does rely on them not having lethal here, but we're going to play a bit freely in here and hope we can soar to victory. Ah. Come on. Deathborn. Go face and Deathborn, please. We got exact lethal. Yeah. Let's show them the bird and go in for their face. Actually, let's keep the Lightning Storm. We could have kept the other weapon. Oh, Primordial Wave's always nice. Great. I mulliganed this thinking this would be Unholy, but it's Frost. Because why wouldn't it be Frost? We also probably shouldn't keep attacking with that, but I'd rather them remove like a random totem that we grab. But yeah, I don't know. This deck probably will still come out on Friday, but I don't know. Part of me isn't feeling it, but the other part of me likes it when it actually pulls its stuff off. Put this down. Because it doesn't... Okay, depending on which version you're playing, it doesn't feel like the worst deck in the world. I've definitely put out worse decks on the channel. The last month of every set, I tend to get a little bit more wacky because I'm trying to figure out deck ideas to do, which aren't always the easiest thing to do. I am kind of curious what the cool thing about getting the Titans first is we get all the Titan characters revealed first, I guess, but the downside is we still don't really have any idea of what any of the classes are going to do themselves. We have a general idea, but none of it tells us much. Because a lot of the Titans just feel like they're generically good for any deck of whatever class they're for. Grab school teacher. Alright, they got horn and a coin. Oh, how bad can this get? Oh, actually, Baron isn't that bad. Let's draw a card. We are overloaded, so let's keep on going. Grab this for later. I kind of want to freeze this out. Yeah, let's freeze this out. I know we don't have too many frost spells, and the chances of us actually hitting 2 frost spells with this deck or card is extremely unlikely in this deck. However, if we do, it's going to be incredibly funny. And short material. Man, I am getting flashbacks to, like, I don't know how many months ago that was. Oh, now we no longer can do it because we drew into the second one of those. It's gonna overload everything. Could freeze this out again. Essentially we can use this as like a draw engine. Okay, we'll be at 9 mana. Let's attack with that. This puts that down to 4. Come on. Ugh. Not something that I need. Ah! I hate how this is up. Part of me wants to freeze the sheep just so we don't have to, like, get screwed by the sheep. But let's freeze the draw power, because I kind of want some additional draw powers. Because I have a sneaking suspicion they'll be able to do some type of AoE. Okay, that would do it. We're at 13 HP, 12 HP. We're overloaded. Altered Chord is only 2 mana. Oh, wait, actually, this is just safer. Because we can get rid of both of their minions. Hopefully this is a Taunt Totem. No, Heal Totem. We essentially need 1 minion not to be frozen. Which isn't going to be the easiest thing because they could always have a second Frostworm's Fury. And of course they do, because they always have a second one. Scroll. Okay, Scroll, give us a heal. Thank you very much. Can't do what I want to do there. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Alright, hit here, please. Rag. I'm okay. That's fine too. I don't think there's anyone crazy enough, except for me, to use Disposed Soul to try to get access to additional Frostworm's Fury, unless they also have Death Whisper, but they never played a Death Whisper, so we're fine. Come on. Wanted it to hit Rag. That would have been so nice. I also just realized... Oh, actually, no. What I was just about to suggest would be horrible, but we might have to do it. So, if we give everything... This is 8. Yeah! By fire be purge. Hey, this opener doesn't look the worst. Let's just get rid of Pack House here. You know, this is better than what we had before, but still not exactly what we wanted to see. Now that doesn't really give us too much information. Getting the Freebird is actually pretty nice early on. Going for the Geyser, just so we can instantly get it back. Might as well just hero power. Cultist. Okay, that gives us a little bit more information. Cold storage is nice for later. Might as well get rid of the curse. Then go for schooling. I know that fills up the hands, so we're going to want to use this on cultists just to get it there. Oh, far would have been nice to grab, but going for the sunken scroll is probably better in the long run. So they are just going to go face. They're going to let us keep a minion on board. I guess they're not too worried about it right now. We don't have one additional mana, so we're not going to use Freebird yet. We're going to slam down all three of these. This will hopefully clear out most of the board, leaving the 1-3 up, which is fine. And let's see what we can grab. Another Jam Session, which is kind of funny. X could be really good in this matchup, too. Vendor. Still curious of what exactly they're playing. We know it's some type of cursed Warlock, but that doesn't give us too much information, and we might as well kill two of their minions here. They'll wipe tap. They're only going to have 4 mana here. Scourge supplies, draw 3. You know, playing a lot of twists, kind of shocked we haven't seen more cards like Mana Burn in Demon Hunter. I know we've been seeing a few cards here and there in like Warlock and Druid, but it would be interesting if we went all the way. Okay, Jazz Base, so we can get this online early enough. We have a lot of ways to overload ourselves, which is nice. We may or may not have to use this for Packed House earlier than we would want to. Oh! Great thing we have Hex, am I right? Goodbye. Slam down school teacher. Okay, cold storage is funny, but let's go with the orange scroll. Alright, so we got rid of their main win condition. They can't revive a Drakon that got transformed, which is nice for us. I also didn't realize this is a 0 drop now. Has it always been a 0 drop? I thought it was a 1 drop at one point. Line up. Let's use this. Hit their face. Freeze it. Not overloaded, so we don't really care. Come on, something cool. Ooh. Primordial Wave is actually really cool once we have Packed House on turn 10. This in the short term is going to be probably better because we can get additional copies of this. I kind of want to go with the cold storage. I think that may or may not lose us the game, but we'll see. I think next turn we'll use Chill Vibe somehow. Okay, that... At least they can... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, at least they only can put 1 in our hand. We have to deal with this. The problem with this deck in particular is the fact that you have to freeze your minion. Primordial Wave. So we don't have enough for what I want there. Can do this. I know that's kind of a waste. We would have rather have had it on the bird, but use this. Hero power, come on, Taunt Totem. Never fails me, game, and never fails me. Essentially what we want to see here is we need to overload by 2 more times, and then we can slam down a Freebird plus terminal lineup. Oh wait, how do we... Oh, that interaction won't work how I want it to work. And of course we perfectly set that one up. Okay, exactly what we want to do, we can't do. However, can do this. Come on, give us something good. I mean, I can... Oh shit, we're overloaded by 1. Well, we'll use this. We'll pop this. Don't think it's worth popping this for that. Please be the one that burns our deck. That's actually, weirdly enough, our best case scenario here. Thought we were overloaded, and that was a big problem. Well, we heal for 5. Do they have a 2 mana removal for this? Don't think they do. Oh wait, unless that's a huge taunt, we could have lethal. Okay, it's fizzle. So we have. Oh wait, do we have lethal, or are we one off? Okay, we slam this down. We overload. That's down to 4. We hit there. We turn the bird into 4 birds. And then we boop, boop, and a boop. Alright, I made it look easy. First game back in. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So, across the 20 games I had with it, it had a 50% win rate, which was much higher than I originally expected. However, not really something I can easily recommend. Sure, this is going to be one of the better classes and decks to use Freebird in, much to my surprise, but Freebird as a card is just not that good. If it cost maybe 1 lower, I think this card would be incredibly playable, but as it currently stands, it's just missing 1 or 2 good cards in either a neutral pool or just random support cards that a class might get that are meant for something else that this could easily abuse. And like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.